Michelle Fox with Boss Babes Online, and today I am talking to Gloral Feliciano. She is an expert in creating short form video, and I'm super excited that she agreed to be a guest on our show. So, Boss Babes, get excited and make sure that you have pen and paper because you're going to learn how to create B-roll in order to make reels. And there are lots of other things you can use your B-roll for. And if you're already asking yourself, what is B-roll? You're going to learn a lot today. So just get excited. Let's get Gloral on the screen here. Just one second. So Gloral, we're so happy that you're here. And I appreciate you so much. You are my guru when it comes to short form video. I'm really impressed with all the things that you've done. It always looks so professional. You're so consistent and you're such a good teacher. So I am just going to get myself out of here and just let you take over. Does that sound okay with you?
Sounds good.
Okay, I'm getting out of here. Okay, I'll see.
So we always think of like video as something like we have to do something crazy, right? And we don't. We just have to do a task. And I know that you've been seeing some reels that are just like you just going and maybe putting some text on the screen, and that's like the best way to just not show your face, or something that you can do ahead of time and then you don't have to think about when you're posting. And so I love simple things that I can repurpose and that I can reuse when I don't have time, or I'm just too exhausted, or I'm just like, I don't want to do it, right? Because it's difficult. It's our business takes a lot of time. Our business is like super time consuming. And so we want to shorten those times. And so we're talking about B-roll. And if you don't know what B-roll is just simply setting up your phone, doing something, doing a task, and then reusing those shots or that footage for something else. And so Reels is still going, and I don't think it's ever going to leave. It's ever going to leave us. So you might as well keep doing it and keep repurposing, right? And so the first thing that you want to do is just take a tripod, set up your phone right there. And I should have put my mock phone in here so that you could see, but we can set up our tripod. And let's say we're doing a virtual party, or we are doing a facial. And so you will just prop up your phone right there, right? And you can just start recording. It doesn't have to be synchronized. It doesn't have to be crazy. It just needs to get done. And so the second thing you want to do is on your phone, you want to cleanse your lens, because we want, all the light to come in, and we want to have a clear image of what's going on. And I think that's what Michelle was trying to say, that my videos kind of look put together, but actually I'm using just natural light most of the time. And I will do some batching. So I will be putting on my makeup or putting on a simple mask, and that's going to be my shot of the day. So then you want to hit record, and you want to do a mundane task. So let's say you want to shoot you putting on your makeup. So you're just doing your makeup and you're showing what you're doing. And so hitting record is just as simple as doing that. I know that we kind of are shy. We don't want people to see what we do on a normal basis, but you know what? People are nosy and people want to see what you're doing, how you do it, and if they can copy you. Right, Michelle? So once you have that footage, it's easy as just either plugging it in your Instagram and just, editing a little bit. You don't have to be super edity if you don't feel like you can do that. Obviously, there's some apps that we can use to edit video, and we can do multiple shots in one video. If you're doing, like, let's say you're doing a day in the life, so you're shooting yourself while you're making your coffee, while you're putting your makeup, maybe you're running out because you go to work or you are going to run some errands. So those videos, you can shoot them separate and then you can put them together in an editing app, such as InShot, such as CapCut, Video Leap, on the Instagram app, wherever you edit your videos. And then you can just save once they're ready. I would save them without anything on them so you can repurpose it later when you don't have time to upload any reels. And so you can do multiple things, right? You can put you can put some trending audio, or you can just put a random song on it and just write your caption out and you have a reel, as simple as that. So B-roll is super easy to create reels, to create stories, to create anything that you need. I will show you some examples of how I use B-roll. And so we can see if you can see my screen, you can see a bunch of these reels that are just literally putting on makeup, a charcoal mask, and just putting some text on the screen and just going to your caption. So that's one example. Maybe you want to do an inspiring quote. So I just did this one, and it's just a reminder of a quote, and those are easy things that you can create, right? This is a background from Canva. This is text on the screen and just a long caption. What else? This one is just washing my face. So literally the same format, just putting that tripod on the bathroom counter and just hitting record. And this was multiple, like this was just one shot, but I did my whole face and then I cut it out.
Your lighting is so good. So like you said that usually it's in the morning, so, and you've got a window.
Yeah, so this is natural. Most of these are natural light. So I have a window in my office, and like this one, I have like a vanity on the side, and so that was my light, but my normal light was coming from the window. I do have a ring light in case it's too dark. I do have a ring light that I use, but I try to just put a tripod, and these are trending audios. But like, it's just a matter of figuring out what your best light is.
So what is trending audio? Can you explain that?
Trending audio is just finding an audio that is, I think this one. So this one is 8,000 views, but you go into the Explorer and you can find audio from, let me see if this is better. And you can like go to the reel and there's audio right there. And so you can save it and then use it later.
Is it always music, or is it people talking, or?
It depends, right? It depends what you found and you feel that it resonates with your business or with whomever you're speaking to. But when you go to a Reels tab, the audio would be right there, like in the bottom of the reel. And so it all depends on what your message that you want to convey. And you can use a trending audio. They usually have either, let me see, because the reels, they have, when they're starting to trend, it'll show here like an arrow going up. and that's kind of trending audio. See this one? So if
Okay.
we go in here, it has 11,000.
Rule number every day. Don't wait for the opportunity. Create it. Rule number every day.
So it's gonna depend on what it is.
Okay. Seems like every platform has a different way of you figuring out what's trending. Like in TikTok, you like have to look at how many times it's been used, and like if it's it has to kind of be within a certain number, and it's still on the way up. But if it's too big, then it's already kind of seen its seen its heyday. So, but in Instagram, you want to look for the arrow, is what you're saying.
So the thing with it, you have to, it's kind of like, I want to say it's just hit or miss depending on what if the audio resonates with what the message that you want to convey, right? Because we don't want to use trending audio for, let's say, skincare, and it doesn't have anything like there's no leverage that you can take from the audio, right? So you want to be kind of strategic when you're doing your audios, when you're using your audios and you're doing your reels, just because there might be, a cool trending audio that you saw, but kind of figuring out if it's related to your audience, that's where kind of like the tricky part is. And we want to do trending audio, but we don't want random people on our page, and if it doesn't carry the message that you want to share, then does it even create value for the audience. So that's something I'm still trying to figure out, what works and what doesn't. I'll look at previous people that have used the audio, which drives me crazy because it'll keep playing and you're trying to figure out where you're trying to figure out if it even makes sense. But there are some things that you can take away from that, right? You can look and see who's used the audio and how they've used it, and if you can use it for your purpose. I've seen stuff that's like, if it's over 10,000, it's too many. I feel that then you're gonna see random people in your profile, and then it's not gonna resonate with the people that you want to speak to. You get random bots and random guys in your profile, and it's kind of weird. I try to keep it under 10,000. Any audio that's under 10,000 is kind of in that sweet spot where people kind of see you, but if it doesn't resonate, they'll keep scrolling and it'll be fine. So another thing is that if you're going to use B-roll for a video, try to make it under 10 seconds, because if you're trying to say, like, let's say you're doing a charcoal mask and you're sharing about how to do a home spa routine, like I was showing, then you want to keep it short and sweet, because it'll increase the watch time. So then it'll push it out to more people. The longer video that you use, it's not going to get pushed out as often to people that could be in your potential audience, just because the algorithm has been changing too quick, too fast. And so it kind of, I feel like it doesn't make sense, because like I keep doing stuff and it doesn't push my account as often.
So if one option is B-roll, meaning like it's like something that you taped in advance or something, and then the other option must be like where you just have a quote or something like that, right? And then are there any other options? I don't really know anything about short video. Do you ever do live
on Instagram? I do.
Do you?
I do. I love going live. I try to keep it short, like maybe 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes. I don't like to do more than that, because people lose attention and they just like drop off it. So if you're gonna like, and I had not gone live in a while in Instagram. So I think this week I did both. So I went live in my Facebook group and I went live on Instagram. And so it's obviously it's strategic. It wasn't because like I had to like strategize if I was going to do it or not. And I was like going crazy because I didn't know if you could see it right. But then my husband's the best feedback that I can get, because he'll be like, no, it was fine. Like,
Aw.
you're right. You can, like the visual was fine. Like the light was perfect.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
he's my best critic. So like
That's cool.
sometimes he'll be like, can you like take it down and do another one? Like it's like too dark, or like it
That's
went on for too
awesome. That's really
long.
cool. And he
So
can
yes.
be like constructive criticism, but not make you feel bad. So it's hard to find somebody like that.
I mean, he's the worst, because he'll be like, they're okay, and I'll be cringing. And like at first when I started doing video, right? Because like you only get better as you practice. And so that's something that you have to think about, and you have to practice. If not, you're not going to get better. You're not going to find what needs to be tweaked, or how you can, like enhance your presence. So you just have to keep practicing. And the first videos look cringy. Then as you keep going, it kind of gets better with time.
How do you find the time? Like, is there like, I don't even know like when to try to do it. It's like with when I do larger videos like this, it's like on my schedule. It's like, okay, we're doing a video on this day at this time. But like with reels, it's it's real life, it's ongoing, it's these little snippets of life. And I just feel like I don't know when to capitalize on that. I don't think like that, but I think it's my generation. I think I'm not constantly filming myself like younger people are. But so do you think, okay, in the morning, I'm always going to get something in the morning, I'm always going to get something before bed? Or do you just all of a sudden think, oh shoot, this is a great opportunity for B-roll? Or how does it, you know what I mean? Like, how do you explain?
Okay. So I have a 9 to 5, right? So I have to get ready, go on my commute, get to the office, and then commute to come back. So I just find for B-roll, it's easier because I can just set up my phone and then just go, which I've done that before. And I've done.
Why does it seem so hard to me? Okay.
Well, maybe because you're thinking that you have to be put together, or there has to be something like it's like a light switch, right? It's like, okay, so if I'm just doing my coffee, I'll just literally drag the little thing over there and just put the phone up, and I don't think about lighting. I don't think about anything. I just pull my tripod and just go. And
you're not talking or anything, you're just like doing,
not talking,
right? Okay.
B-roll is no talking. I mean, you can talk, but if you're actually going to use it for B-roll, it's not like a talking. You don't have to sit and talk to the camera.
Got it.
That's why I love B-roll, because I can be doing my coffee and I just go, or I can doing my bed, and I have a few of those where I'm fixing my bed and just go. Like you don't have to think about it. That's what I like about B-roll. So if you think about it too much, then it's not gonna work.
Okay. I think I'm starting to get it. So I think when I think of doing reels, I think of like doing this but shorter, like of where I have to talk and I have to have a script, and that I have to know what I'm going to say. But it's kind of the opposite. It's like you just do your thing and you're just filming it.
Let's say you're getting ready for, let's say you're doing, I don't know, maybe you're going to talk to a customer and you're setting up because you're doing a virtual party, or even like you're doing your to-do list. So I'm just doing my to-do list, and I'm set, like the phone is right there, tripod is set up, and you're just literally taking notes, maybe getting ready, maybe talking to the computer, or talking to your customer. So there's multiple things that we can do, right? And that's why B-roll is. And let me see. I'm trying to see if I can have like a list of things that you can do. in the meantime. Because obviously it's not the same as if you're talking head, right? If you're
Right.
doing, if you're going to convey a message because you're talking to the camera and you're like, there's something that you want to talk about that's in your heart, or you're going to show how to do a certain makeup look, or you want to explain how to do a liner. Well, those are other videos, right? You can do them as B-roll without talking, but then if you want to explain, then that's another type of video. So it's kind of like that thing where you have to, you can mellow the two. It's not like they can be separate. You can say, oh, we're going to use our liner and we're going to place it right there. And so you show how placing it there is different than placing it somewhere else. Or so you can do a combination of the two, which is also awesome, right? Because I can do a talking head while I'm putting my charcoal mask, but then if I don't have to talk, so it's, you just
Easier.
place it, and then you can do you can use that with voiceover. So it's the versatility of just doing a B-roll shot and not having to think about what you're going to say in the moment. That's where the magic is, right? Because you can repurpose that for something else.
I'm starting to get it.
So probably that's where you've kind of got hung up, because you think that, oh, I have to talk in front of the camera. And sometimes you just want to do, and like I said, a mundane task. Maybe you're getting ready. Maybe you're like, okay, so if I leave at 7:00 in the morning, I know I have to do my coffee or my shake, and I have to get my lunch bag ready. So I have a few of those where I'm getting my lunch bag ready and I'm not even thinking. I literally just place the phone over there and I'm just doing what I do in the kitchen. Maybe you're going to do a recipe and you just want to show what you're doing without having to talk, or you're on your computer because you're getting your post ready for the week. And so that's a cool B-roll, because you're on your computer, you're doing work while your phone is filming. And it doesn't have to be a lot of time either. Like it doesn't have to, like the phone doesn't have to be rolling for 2-3 hours while you're doing your task. It can be a snippet of 5 minutes. And then from there, you can take it to use it for something else.
Do you still do stories, or do you feel like reels are more important than stories, or, like, how does that all play?
It just depends on your audience. I feel like people are nosy, so they're going to go. There's people that love stories because they can go and see a snippet of your behind the scenes. So you're going grocery shopping, or you're going, I don't know. I talk a lot. What I do mostly talking heads when I'm in my stories, because I have my phone on my dashboard and I'm like hitting record and I'm going home.
Okay, so this is all right. So help me understand then, then what's the difference between a story and a reel? If they're both kind of like little snippets. Help me.
You can convert. And I don't know if you've seen the feature on, and obviously my phone is connected, so I can't show you, but I don't know if you've seen that you can turn stories into reels when you hit that create button.
Okay.
There's a create button on Instagram. If you hit that, whatever is in your stories for the last 24 hours, it'll convert into a reel. So you can do your stories as a reel.
Huh.
You didn't know?
Well, but so then why? Like, why are there so many things? It's so much, you know what I mean? So, okay, so I do a story, I turn it into a reel, and then I can post it too as a post. So then I've got all three of them, but they're all the same. So like, okay, I guess I should just be glad. So good.
Think of it as repurposing.
Okay.
There's people that stay in, like, think of it. Okay, so there's four different let's think of it as buckets, right? There's different buckets, and people consume their content differently. There's people that love stories. So you have stories as a bucket. You have posts as a bucket, posts and carousels as a bucket. Then you have reels as a bucket, and then live as a bucket. So people love to consume different ways. Like I love to
Right.
see stories and I love to see posts, but I also love to go into lives and I love reels. So everybody has like I won't sit there I'm going to be honest. I won't sit there to just scroll reels.
Mm.
I will if I'm looking for an audio, but I
Hmm.
won't sit there for more than 2 minutes.
Okay. But you
On a
will with stories.
live, it will depend on what people are talking about. If they're talking about, let's say they're talking about IG strategy, then I'll sit and just like prop the phone and just like keep listening to it while I'm multitasking and doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have posts and carousels, which are what Instagram started off as.
Okay.
So
So
posts and
somebody like
carousels.
me that's like totally overwhelmed, like it's okay to just start with like one thing, right? Like just pick one. Oh my
And
God.
definitely no judgment here, right? Because everybody has their own way of looking at the platform. And that's what I've like, if you listen to Instagram people that are experts,
Mm-hmm.
there's a few that'll say to drop in every bucket. But if that's not your jam, it's not your jam. You
Mm.
want to do what you are good at or what you feel is what you need or what your people are watching. So it all depends where you find the engagement. I see engagement in reels and I see engagement in stories. So I stick to those two.
That's
My
smart.
posts go out once a week. And obviously my posts are I put my posts go in my feed, but I'll share them to my stories.
Okay.
And then
I'm getting this in my head.
you're getting in your head. Okay.
Your posts
So,
go in your feed, but you share them in your stories. Okay.
so if someone doesn't see it in my feed, they'll see it in my stories. So whoever's consuming my stories is going to see what is in my feed and they can always go back to it if they want to, right? And then reels, I do the same. I share them into my stories because not everybody's going to go and find it in your page.
And then you
So
can also share it to Facebook, can't you? Like share
the
from like
reels,
share something. You can share like your post to your Facebook business page.
and the stories and stories.
You can do stories too. Oh my gosh. Okay. And since you're filming not in Instagram, you're using InShot or CapCut or something like that, then you can take that and create it in TikTok and Facebook and YouTube Shorts and all that stuff. So yeah, I do
Repurpose.
know that. I don't actually do it. I just know it.
So repurposing, right? We don't want to recreate the wheel. There's no point in doing the same thing over and over. You might as well take your phone and just roll with it everywhere. So I love to use whatever I use on Instagram, I'll recreate. Obviously, depending on what it is, I'll use the text from TikTok, or I'll use the same video. I'll just change like the words or
And the
the
audio and everything
fonts.
too, right? Like you use whatever that platform. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh
It's
my
kind of
gosh.
connecting now.
It is. Okay, this is going way back and it's very small, but like when you did the ones that were the posts that just had the quote and then it had the polka dots, but the polka dots were like going in and out of focus, or like how do you do that? That's so
So
cute.
that's in Canva.
Okay.
If there's a template, I want to say there's a template, but you can do, I think you can use tweets, like you can do a tweet and just change the background.
Huh.
So
Okay.
what it does is it's just depending on, and let me see if I can do that.
I
And
didn't even know tweets could be visual already. Okay, yeah, I know nothing.
yes, so you can do a tweet. let me see. I have it here because I have a template, but I don't know how she created it. So this is a template.
It's
And what it
so
does is
cute.
whatever is here, it has a position, right? So you can animate.
Ooh.
So see, it's moving, but I don't know how she created this box.
Wow.
So you can do multiple things, and let me see if I can create it. Let's see if we can
And
do.
those templates are under Twitter?
I think you can combine them. Let me see if I can do.
I'm learning more than I really wanted to learn today, Gloral.
Oh, well, then that's awesome. So if you go, let's see, we can create up. Let's say we want to create a tweet. So what I did was I went to videos, and they have a tab for reels.
Shut up.
Okay. Yes.
Oh
So
my
then you can.
gosh.
Oh my god! And my computer is okay. So
That's
I have
okay.
like a
We're
little
hanging
bit of.
on every word. Wow.
So then see, we have a Twitter quote here.
Oh my
And we can make this shorter. This is too long. So this is too long. So maybe we can do
Jeez.
8 seconds, right? I told you that 8 seconds is like the sweet spot.
Okay, yeah.
And so what we can do is we can switch out the video. See, now you have
Oh my
it
God.
here. You can change your name. You change your name. You can put here your handle. And then obviously you change your face.
Dang.
You change your picture. Then we can change our video here. And I think I might have videos back here. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I just literally changed your day.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so let's say we want to do this one. So I'm sharing. Okay. So what you can do is you can just download this video, get a cool audio.
Wow.
And then just go.
Can you play it? I want to see what it looks like. Oh my gosh. That is
And
so
you can make it longer, right? You
cool.
can make it longer, then you can shorten it over there. I can switch the video.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if you can make the background clear, like the background of the white.
What white here?
The white.
Oh, yes, I
wonder.
can. But then it
Ooh.
won't.
Then you can't see it as much, but you can see you better. Yeah, that. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That is so cool. All right, I'm inspired.
So yeah, so Canva has been upgrading and updating, and I think that's where it is.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So,
Wow.
yeah. So
Wow.
I thought it was more complicated. Now
That's
I'm gonna
amazing.
do more, and now I'm gonna do more tweets.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've got so much to take into my brain and
I
to
know.
practice now. Oh my gosh. So thank you so much.
Oh,
I
you're
know that you
welcome.
think that this is not a big deal, but for those of us that don't understand this stuff and haven't done it yet, it's huge because this is saving us hours of fumbling and Googling and trying to figure stuff out. So I'm going to give you one last chance to kind of sum it all up. So let's say you're talking to, Jane Doe and she's never done one. Just tell her like in a nutshell, like, okay, first you need to download such and such. Then you need to buy a tripod or whatever. Like just kind of break it down so that she comes out of here feeling like, got it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? What would
So
you say?
The first thing you want to do is grab a tripod. I mean, you can find so many different ones. I'm going to say that it's maybe $30 at the most, like the most expensive. And you can put this anywhere. Like, obviously, this one's already set up, but this is like you put your phone in here and you just set up a good angle. I don't know, like just place it somewhere where you're
Somewhere where
doing
there's natural light probably would be a
a
good place to
task.
start.
Well, this one doesn't have a ring light. But if you do have a ring light, and there's $30 ring lights, so might as well, if you're going to invest, I would do the ring light.
Okay.
Because you can move it everywhere. But
Okay.
if let's
Either
say
way.
you have a 9 to 5 and you need to do some video for, let's say you're posting in the next 2 days, just a tripod, your phone, make sure that it's charged, make sure that the lens is clean, and then just hit record and do whatever you need to do. If it's folding laundry, if it's clearing out your closet, if it's making your bed, if it's washing your face, whatever it is, people love to see whatever you're doing. And it can be inspiration, right? If you are going to say something about how are you going about your day, and you start by making your bed and then putting on your face creams and then going and making your coffee and then sitting on your journal and writing on your gratitude journal, whatever it is, you already have footage to do that. So your phone is the best tool. You don't need fancy cameras. Your phone is your best tool. A tripod is very inexpensive, and natural light is free.
Awesome.
So,
And if you had to choose like the simplest app, like for starters, would you say InShot? Is that a good place to start?
that's a good place to start. InShot is super easy. It's obviously, if you don't know how to use it, just start playing with it. There's a free version. I think the upcharge was back in the day. I know I was grandfathered in. But with the free version of the app, you can do almost anything.
Okay, I'm putting that up there. So it's literally just InShot. That's how it's spelled. And I've used that too. And I found that really simple to use. Some of them are harder. And I think the thing that I found the most frustrating is when some of them, when you use the free version, it'll have like the logo across the middle of the video. And so that can be really frustrating. I can't remember if InShot does that or not. So I would test it, like do a shorter video and see. But
I think it does, but I think you can like exit away and then it'll let you do what you have to do. I want to say that the upcharge to getting rid of that was stupid, but I'm talking pre-pandemic. When I started using it, or right in that pandemic. So I don't know if it was like $3 or something. It was a stupid charge to get rid of it permanently, but I don't know now.
Oh, okay. So, wow. So it wasn't $3 per thing. It was like $3
No,
forever.
I think it was like
It's
a
worth it if it's
one-time
only $3.
purchase, and then it was done. But obviously, we've been using video for the last 3 years, so that's why I don't know if they increase that. So, but the free version is perfectly fine.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, we better wrap this up. We've been chatting a while, but that was awesome. Thank you so much. And do you have a YouTube channel where people can find and follow you? So here is Gloral's YouTube channel. And then your Instagram is the same.
It's the same, Gloral Feliciano.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Gloral. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And everybody go ahead and thank her in the comments, and be sure to look her up and follow her on social media. All right. So that's it. That's a wrap. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you.